Hey everyone, welcome to Simblethings, a channel where I talk about living with C-PTSD, mental health issues and everything that goes along with that. So today's video, well, we're back in the studio, my living room, and today we're going to talk about transformative experiences. On the simplest level, a transformative experience is obviously an experience that you go through that leaves you changed. Now, these can be like very big, some people have a near-death experience and that's a transformative experience. But it can also be something as simple as like reading a book or meeting some new people in your life or taking up a new hobby. Because with the transformative experiences, you kind of pick up more distance between the person you were when you underwent trauma and any traumatic experiences, and you're adding like experiences on which don't like transform you into a different person, but that's like part of you growing as a person, right? So these transformative experiences are like transformative in the physical sense, right? So they will create new neural pathways in your brain. Say you take up a new hobby, new pathways in your brain are created. Say you learn a language or you meet some new people, new friends or whatever in your life. Like all of these kind of things are like examples of transformative experiences. With each kind of new transformative experiences, I guess it becomes more distance from the person you were, the person you are, the person you're working towards being. And like I say, they can take any kind of form. Just reading a certain book can be a transformative experience. There's definitely certain books I've read that haven't changed my life. Mind you, some have had impact on my life, but some books have certainly changed the way I've looked at things, or helped me to look at things in new ways, or just make me consider things I'd never considered before. And the other thing about these transformative experiences, they can be accessible, right? You could get a new book from a charity or thrift store for very cheap. Books are thrown out all the time, right? You can find them online for free. Other hobbies like learning languages or something is very able to find resources for that, to do that free online now. Meeting new people online or offline, there's lots of forums for different hobbies where you can talk to people interested in things you are or something you want to be interested in, and you can meet and talk to a new group of people in quite a safe environment, right? I also want to talk about the kind of things that stop us from doing these experiences, because there's lots of times our mental health can make it difficult for us to try new things and to do things that we're not already doing, right? Because our brain just wants to tread those same old pathways, and that's why you can get very easily trapped in just kind of loops of thinking. So trying new things and working towards them is part of trying to create new pathways and break out of those loops. So things may seem daunting, they may seem difficult, but remember, you can do everything at your own pace. And you might take up a hobby and you might find progress slow, but why does that matter? There's the idea that slow equals bad, but that's not necessarily the case, right? There's lots of times where slow can be really useful. There was a video I did, we learn things slow so we can do them fast. I'll put a link to it over there. So don't let these ideas discourage you. The idea that you won't be fast enough to learn something, or you won't be able to afford to learn something. There's lots of things you can do for free, so they can be very accessible that way. So any little things that you do building up towards, learning a new hobby, or, just reading a massive book that you've always wanted to read but just seemed too long and daunting. All of these little bits, it all builds towards you doing things that you want to do, right? You're a person living life, doing stuff, and too often we can get stuck as being a person that's just fighting to survive. And it's really hard to break out of that sometimes. But even though it's hard, it's definitely possible. It is definitely possible, and just trying to do new things, working towards new things in your life, and things that you want to do and you feel are valuable and interesting or just fun and distracting and anything you want them to be, right? So it's about you finding what interests you. So I guess that will wrap it up, and just kind of go and try things, find out about things. Oh, and also remember, if you try something and you're not that into it, doesn't matter, try something else. It's all fine. Just because the first thing you tried isn't the most amazing thing you ever found, doesn't matter, just try some other stuff. Because it's more about trying to focus on living and experiencing different things and just not getting trapped in the same old cycles and modes of thinking. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. And as always, I really appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And remember, there's always help out there. I'll put a link to the C-PTSD Foundation in the description below. And until next time, peace.